studio sweaters out there. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Is this thing on?
My eye's leaking from the cold.
So I have a question that came in, and I thought it was a really great question that I would love to answer. The question comes from Robin January. Hi, Robin.
January?
Robin. Yeah,
Isn't
that's
it
her last
Jangle?
name. No, it's not Jangle. It's January.
It is?
Like the month. It's Dunkle January.
Oh, it's Dunkle.
Yeah,
not
Dunkle
Jungle.
January.
Nice how I combined those names.
Her question, we so easily get sidetracked. Her question, begins with a comment. The studio sweat classes just keep getting better and better. Why, thank you very much. Good job, team. How do the instructors prepare for a filming, or do they ever teach the same workout twice at the studio? I don't know how you all manage to keep things fresh, but you do. You all are amazing. Have a great day. And go. We're done. No. All right, so you know what? I definitely have some answers, but I want you guys to start.
Go, Brian.
You want me to go?
Yeah, because you're the newest. Let's put him on the spot.
I am the newest, and I actually filmed yesterday, so it's timely. I try and have a general idea, especially if I'm filming, what I want to get out of the class. So yesterday was a cycle sculpt. I knew for the sculpting, I wanted to have it all in one set. I knew I wanted to do like 20 minutes. And I knew for the sculpting, I wanted to hit big muscle groups with heavy weights. Wasn't so concerned about the heart rate getting high. I wanted to keep it in the fat burning zone, but not spike it. So then I wanted to sandwich around that 2 spin sets where we did a lot of intervals. So we spiked the heart rate a lot on the bike, got really sweaty, got on the floor, targeted strength, kept in the fat burning zone, and then intervals after that. Then when it comes to music, I will tell you one of the mistakes I made when I first started as an instructor.
You made mistakes?
I did, lots of them. In fact, yesterday I killed, so it's another good point. Yesterday, and Eric was there, I started with one exercise, and the first set was not very good. And
what do you mean, like people had bad form,
including
you were moving
myself,
too fast?
And
you did that on film? See, now this is one of the things I coach.
Take that class out.
We're going to come back to this, but this kind of answers Robin's question.
Yeah.
One of the things I always tell instructors, if you can't do it well yourself, don't do it.
I thought I had it. I didn't.
Practice on your own. You got to be able to demonstrate the move properly.
So I changed it, and Eric, it worked.
That's
correct?
Good though. I'm glad that you did that.
I changed it, but throwing that aside, one of the mistakes I made early on was I would pick my music first and then design my class. And they tell you that when you're getting your spinning certification not to do that. You design your class and then you pick your music.
Was it opposite day? Like, what were you thinking?
I was thinking, man, there's a lot of good songs I'd like to spin to. And so I would pick songs and then I'd try and...
But you can do that.
You can do it, but I think it's easier to do when you've got a little bit more experience. So
Definitely.
What I'll do more now is design my class with some songs in mind, but kind of put the music in after I have an
Yeah, because you
idea.
can plug in those songs somewhere. Yeah, you just have to see where they fit.
So long answer is I usually have an idea of what I want to do, and then once I start putting things on paper, it crystallizes a little bit better.
Okay, and I'm going to let you talk in just a minute. How is that different though? Her question, I'm sorry to back you up, but her question is, how do you prepare for a filming? That's how you prepare for a class. How is it different if it's filmed or if it's not? Because my answer is it's really no different.
I don't think so.
It really
either.
isn't different.
Yeah.
No.
That's kind of one of the things, and I'm going to let Bethany get to this a little bit more. But so Robin, to answer your question, I mean, he went into some kind of the details of designing a class, but when it comes to preparing for our filmings, you have to remember our goal is to make it feel like you guys are in the studio with us. So if we designed classes just for filming's sake, they would seem staged and they wouldn't feel real, and so one of the things all the instructors are coached to do is, talk to the camera if you can, interact with the camera, give some shout outs. So that's how I'll prepare is I'll go, okay, who's gonna get a shout out there in the great world today? Other than that, I'm just going like I would normally go. And the camera is you, Robin, okay? So that's how I look at it. With the exception of I'm a little bit more careful about my music selection, because in the studio, we know there's not little kids that are going to be standing there listening. They should be off in the childcare room. For the people that are home, though, they might have their children in the living room with them while they're working out or whatever. So I ask the instructors, and I personally try to be a little bit more careful about the lyrics, using clean versions of songs and stuff like that. So those are the only changes I really make, personally.
I don't make much of a change. In fact, when I am filming a class, I completely kind of forget that the camera is there, because for me, initially in the beginning, I hated when Eric would walk through the door. I mean, I remember saying to Eric, "Oh, great, you're here," because I didn't like filming, because I used to be really shy. So for me, now I don't prepare there. I change nothing about my classes that I would do if Eric is standing there or not. So what you see from my classes is what everybody in the studio sees, and I really don't change a whole lot. And in terms of like getting inspiration, I mean, I always have my radio on in the car, listening to songs. A lot of times, I'll be listening to a song and I'll be like, that's a good song. And then pretty soon I'm trying to figure out what I can use that song for in my next playlist. And
I think our minds are always working.
Oh, totally. Yeah. You know, I'll be out shopping at like Old Navy, and I'll run into the bathroom and Shazam a song, because I'm like, I haven't heard this song. This is kind of cool. It's a fun beat. So my classes don't change a whole lot. I get a lot of, I know you said initially, and we always try to do this when we're in a spin sculpt class, is hit every major muscle group. So when I'm laying out my workouts, I'll write out, you know, this is chest, this is tris, this is biceps, this is back. Like, I'll write it all out so that I know that I have everything, and that I've hit all major points that we should be hitting. But and we try to do it in fresh, fun ways. All of the studio sweat trainers have just, like I say, the right amount of crazy in them, and we all have a little bit of ADD. I think, like, we get bored if the workout doesn't change, so we practice cross training, different styles. Bethany's huge into looking up videos and stuff, you know, to get different ideas. We also use ideas from each other. No need to reinvent the wheel. Like, we're really good about collaborating that way. And we don't take it personally. It's more of a compliment. It's not like I'll be standing there watching one of their classes and be like, oh my gosh, that's totally my move. Well, you know what? It's not my move, because I probably stole it off Instagram. So it's a compliment when someone's using it.
We don't steal. We borrow and we plagiarize.
Yeah, like crazy.
You're silly if you don't, but anyways, so I hope that answers your question, Robin. So we put a lot of effort into every single class that we teach. Sometimes we do redo some moves that we've done, but almost always we'll pepper in something new. We'll pepper in a new song or two, but we do that for our classes in studio, just like we do for the ones that we film for you guys. And if you're looking for those fat torching body sculpting workouts, you're going to find them on Studio Sweat on Demand.